Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Milk and Madness podcast with your hosts, Dee and Yi. I'm Dee. Welcome to another episode in the Yay or Nay, Yes or No series, where we'll be taking a topic and discussing why we are for or against it. Now that we've started the school journey, the dynamic between us and our children has started to shift. One of the biggest changes is around their independence. Which brings us to today's topic. Should parents do their kids' homework projects? Let's start with you, Nhi. Are you a yay or a nay?
Yes, so if we look at it in terms of should parents actually do the homework, it's absolute no, absolute nay for me. You?
Same. What's the point of them going to school if the parents are going to do their homework or their projects for them? So definitely a no.
Yeah, okay, that's the episode done. See you guys. No, but seriously, if you're listening and you are thinking, yes, we would love to hear from you, I think that would be really interesting in terms of your perspective. I think when we go back and look at our childhood and my experience at school, fiercely independent because I was as personality wise, but also because I didn't have any other option, really. Like my mum was very involved, but she was a single mum and she was very involved in other aspects of my life. But in terms of things like school and schooling, she was completely hands off. She completely trusted that my sister and I were going to do our best. And we both tried our very best because we knew that she was giving us opportunities that we weren't given. Will I be helping my kids do their homework? Yes, absolutely. Will I be doing it for them? Absolutely not. Because one of the key things, and I've talked to Kenzo about this quite a lot, poor thing, he's 5. One of the things I've stressed with them a lot is that as your mum, I'm going to expect you to try. It's one of the things that I'm not going to be easy on. I'm just not.
Mhm.
Because if you try and you don't succeed, if you try and you're not great at it, if you try and it's not for you, that's totally okay. Fully support you in that. But if you don't try, then I'm not going to be okay with it. So that's where I am with things. And homework fits in that because it's okay for homework to be hard. It's okay for homework to be challenging. It should be. It should be reinforcing things that you learn in school. And I'm all for that. But if it's hard and challenging and you can't do it and then you won't do it, no, that's not okay. If it's challenging and you want my support and my help, yes, absolutely. I will do everything that I can to help you. So when I think about my childhood, I just think that there were times when maybe it would have been a little bit easier for me if I had a parent who was going to help me with certain things. But it did teach me that I had to learn by myself. So
Mhm.
it's a bit of a mix. I suppose my history is a bit mixed in terms of that. But yeah, I feel really strongly I'm absolutely not doing their homework at all.
We're definitely in the same boat in that regard. And I think our sort of upbringing is very similar as well. So my origin story is very similar to yours. So single mum growing up, she didn't have the time to help with homework, and there was also a language barrier. So even if she wanted to, she really couldn't. She helped in other ways. So she gave me tools and she put me in tutoring when I asked for it and things like that. So there were other ways that she helped, but she didn't know when my assignments were due. She didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what projects I was working on. She didn't know what homework I was given. She would read with us at night and things like that, but where she could. But it was definitely very independent. I had to think and organize myself and do my own projects myself. So come up with the ideas and execute them on my own. And it does teach you certain life lessons, right? You do become a lot more organized, you become a lot more responsible. So there's definitely pros to that. The cons obviously were that you didn't really feel supported, or like I said, she did give me the tools. So in the end, like I did go and get tutoring in areas that I was struggling with. And so that was great. But at home, obviously that bonding experience with your parent where, they're helping you, not doing, but helping you through it, just giving you like a little bit of something just to get you going sometimes can help. It definitely, I think, is something that I lacked, and not to fault her. She was working 2, 3 jobs at some stages, but it is definitely something that I lacked. And it's something that I enjoy doing with the kids now is actually helping them through.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember very early memories of, because my sister is 4 years younger than me, she would come to me for help. And I specifically actually remember always saying, I'm not doing your homework for you. I need you to think. I need you to work it out on your own. I'll be here to help you. And it's the same like with my cousins when I went overseas and they needed me to help them with the English homework and stuff like that. They were expecting me to do it for them. And I was just like flat out, no, I will help you. I will assist you, but I will not do it for you. So I've always been big on not doing things for other people. It's annoying because sometimes I want people to just do things for me, but then that takes away from, I guess, the satisfaction of solving a problem or being proud of your work. So I definitely don't want to take that away from the kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Our kids, Aiden and Kenzo, are in primary school and they have homework. So we have actually quite a lot of homework. I said to Matt last night and when we were going to bed, I'm like, what are we behind on homework this week?
What does he get?
So he has a lot of writing homework and there's reading homework. There is some comprehension homework and I'm all for it. And it's been amazing just seeing the learning, the exponential growth, honestly, in terms of the reading and stuff has been just, I'm so proud of him. And yeah, no, we have so much homework. And it's so funny. I spoke to another parent and their kid went to kindy with Kenzo, but they went to a different primary school and they don't have homework either. So I was like, why do we have all this homework? But then at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I'm all for it because I'm a very involved parent. So I'm all for helping him with that. And it has really reinforced my stance in terms of I'm not doing your homework for you. I think it's really helped in terms of just making sure that the communication lines are really close with the teacher as well, because we talk about how he's going and his writing is terrible, but that's normal and all this stuff. So it's been really good. But yeah, every night we do 5 minutes. I'm trying to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes max of homework because he's young and I don't want homework to be taking up a lot of time. But he does a couple minutes of writing exercises, whatever letter they're on right now. And then we do a bit of reading where he's pretty much reading the book now. They're very simple books. He's 5. And it's interesting because there are definitely times when you want to just tell them what the word is. Or you want to be like, let me just hold your hand and write this letter, right? There are absolutely those moments. But I'm right at the start right now in terms of this. And so far, I have definitely stuck to I'm going to help you. I'm going to help teach you this stuff. I'm not going to do this homework for you. And it's going well so far. He definitely gets frustrated when he's like, I can't sound this word out or whatever it is. But yeah, we'll continue that in terms of me just helping him out and just supporting him. But yeah, he needs to know what you said before. He needs to have that satisfaction of being able to read. We always talk about it because he has all these books about, science and how rockets work and how cars work. And did you know this? Did you know that? And I said, well, isn't it going to be so great when you can read this yourself? And then you can tell me, hey, mum, did you know that nails actually have the most teeth or whatever random science fact? It's going to be so great. And he's like, yeah, that's going to be awesome. And there are nights where I don't care. I don't want to read.
Yeah.
It's just managing all that as well. But yeah, well, how weird that you don't have any homework so far.
No, not like that. Just the reader. Obviously, they get that to come home and they've got the journal and they journal like what they've been reading. But no, although ever since term 2 has started, in the mornings before school and after school, in the evenings and whatnot, Aiden is obsessed with colouring in and doing his activity books and practicing writing and all of that sort of stuff and like letters and numbers. And so I can see him doing those things anyway. And so I don't really push it. Like I said, the school hasn't given us anything. So I'm okay with it. Like he's not just sitting at home in front of the TV or anything like that. He's doing his like dotted dots and he's tracing and cutting out things. And so still developing those skills. It's just not dictated by the school yet. We should probably ask when we're going to start getting homework so I'm mentally prepared for it.
It is a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I'm really bad at getting him to read the reader. Like we do Reading Eggs, which is like an online reading program, and we read other books and we do other things. I'm just really bad at getting him to read the book that he was reading. But we do, I'll be like, how do you spell this while we're sitting at dinner? And so we do other activities.
Yeah.
And I think it all compounds, right? It all adds up and eventually it'll be able to see how he grows from that. But yeah, no homework. There is something that I noticed at the school. So a couple of months ago, we had like a hat parade. where all the classes, every student got to make an Easter hat, and they did a parade in the courtyard of the school. And it was just so very obvious which kids did it on their own and which kids either had their parents help or their parents did the whole thing. There was this one kid that I noticed. They must have been in like grade 1 or grade 2, and they had a hat, and the actual hat part was like the base of like the basket of a hot air balloon. And then it had like these sticks, and then it had a hot air balloon on top of it. And it was just designed to perfection. It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful hat.
Oh, God.
But I'm just like, either you've bought that or your parents have made it. And I'm just like, I'm always curious to know if you do a kid's project for them, do you think that no one will notice? What
I was
kind
going
of process?
I was going to say, if you're going to do it for the kid, do it so it looks like a kid did. I'm like, gosh.
That's even more deceitful, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, obviously, the situation there, but
Mhm.
it was really cute because I was like, look, you've obviously done it. It's quite obvious. But then that kind of makes me think, what happens when it's a competition and the project is they win a prize for the best, whatever it is, science experiment, right? And your kid builds a volcano and another kid's parent builds a volcano for them and they win first prize. I'm always like, what do we do in those situations?
It's so funny that you mentioned this because I was literally thinking of an experience that I had when I
Mhm.
think my best friend in high school, she's still my best friend now, Sally. I think we were in year 9
Mhm.
and we were literally building a volcano
Right.
and he built it for us. He built it for us.
Who's he? Your friend?
My friend's dad.
Ah.
Ross, bless him. Well, bless you, Ross. But he's like the sweetest guy. So I remember us in their garage, Sally and I trying to build this volcano, and we did okay, I think. But he came and added the finishing touches to it. And it wasn't a competition or anything like that. And it was like a once off. I don't think he's ever done any other homework for us or anything like that. But we handed that in, and I think we got a decent grade for it. And I didn't think of it or feel guilty about it. I don't feel guilty about it now. Did it impact the rest of my life? No. Did I gain any advantage through having it done? No. I think if a parent wanted to do a kid's homework, look, you do whatever you do. I'm not here to judge you, but I just think, is it like a once off or is it if it like every assignment, every project that might impact potentially more than having Ross do this volcano for Sally and I? Yeah, I'm a bit non-fussed about it, honestly, in terms of other parents want to do more in terms of helping out or do their kids' homework because it's their kid and if there's anything that comes out of it, then that's them to deal with. Will I be annoyed if there was a science fair and Kenzo, who's really into science, built something that he was so proud of and lost to someone who had their parents do something? Yes, I would be annoyed. But you know what? That's probably just a learning for Kenzo too. You can't win everything, even if you think yours is amazing. Yeah. It's cheating. Yeah.
Would you have a conversation with the teacher though, or would you just leave it and
I
just
think I would
deal
leave
with it
it.
in-house?
I think I would leave it, but if it happened all the time, then I bloody hope that teacher is on it. Right? Like,
That's the thing, like, I always think, like, surely the teacher knows. If I can
yeah.
tell,
Yeah.
surely the teachers know, and if they're giving out prizes, like, you'd expect them to have a little bit like, yes, it might be the most beautiful one, but if it's quite obvious that a parent has done it or the
Mhm.
best one or it works or whatever it is, and the kid can't explain how they got the volcano to erupt or can't really tell you much about how they made the project, and that's like alarm bells. I would expect the school to turn around and be like, give it to somebody else who clearly has done it. In which case, maybe the parent who thinks that their one is better might then complain. I don't know, whatever. Like, I'm not phased either. Like, it's to your point, it's all a learning experience, whether it's good or bad. Aiden has this issue at the minute where he wants to be the first. He wants to be first in line. He wants to be the
Mhm.
fastest runner. He wants to be the
Mhm.
first and best at
Mhm.
everything. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to gently knock him down a peg and know that you just calm down. Like, you can't always win everything. You can't be first at everything. Like, even just put my seatbelt on first and do this first. And like, his poor sister's like, Mommy, can you do me? So I'm like, Aiden, first. Sorry, I'm trying to make it fair. So it's not a bad lesson to learn because that's life. So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And talking about fairness is a good way to introduce fairness so they can't understand that concept. When you've got that example to show, hey, this person's parent helped, they won. Yes, it might not be fair, etc., etc. So definitely good conversations. But yeah, I think I'm with you. If it keeps happening, then I'd probably be like, hey, just wondering, are we allowed to help with the assignments? Because I've noticed that other
Mhm.
kids have won awards, whatever. And to me, it looks like their parents have helped. Is that allowed? And then see where the teacher stands on that. And I just worry that I'll spiral and say, yeah, you can help. Then, okay, move over, kids.
And you're up at like 2
Oh,
a.m.
yeah, I'll be Ross.
Look, that volcano was really great. I have fond
Yeah,
memories of it. And actually,
yeah.
I just remembered another assignment that Sally and I did, and I think it was for the same subject. And he was the cameraman. He was
Yeah.
filming us because we were trying to, I think it was like a oral presentation of some sort, but we thought we'll make it cool and we'll do it as a video, right?
Mhm.
And so we were acting out. We wrote all this, we did all the homework, obviously, all the project itself, and he just helped move the camera around and that kind of stuff with us. So that was really fun.
That's the definition of helping. The kids have done all the work and you're just helping them with logistics or helping them practice. Come and do your oral presentation in front of me. Like Aiden does his show and tell with us.
Mhm.
Like he'll do it and what are you going to talk about in show and tell and he'll do it. That's the definition of helping is that sort of like the small bits, but they do the whole research and whatnot. So I think just to define it a little bit more. But let's see what happens. Like we're only in prep.
We'll see what happens as the assignments and
Like,
projects get a bit more complex.
yeah.
And I think we'll learn things.
Mhm.
So I'm all for being part of it and on that learning journey with him as well. So, yeah, I think on that note, in terms of us doing homework for our kids, the answer is a resounding no from D and I. But that's it for us today. If you're one of those parents who do end up doing his project, or maybe more than you thought you would be, let us know. We'd love to hear about it and how that progressed for you because, it might happen to us. We'll keep you posted. But until next time, enjoy being your kid's study buddy in whatever capacity that might be. We'll catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.